Okay, so today just decided to do a quick video on this 99 Subaru Outback that came in. This came down from Boise. It is a very clean little car, belongs to a lady by the name of Monica here in town. Actually, it was her car, and then she sold it to a girl going to college in Boise. 162,000 miles on it, super clean. Monica has always took very good care of this. It was due for a timing belt, and the young lady that she sold the car to didn't take it in for a timing belt. And last week it started making a horrendous noise. And I would start it up and run it for you, but it's bad enough that we actually pushed it around from our compound into the shop. Now she had this at a shop in Boise, and this is something that we have seen time and time again, where somebody takes their Subaru in with a little noise. Well, you know, sometimes a pretty significant noise, but the car's running and the mechanic just right off the bat says, oh yeah, needs a new motor. So they told her it needed a new motor, and that would be $3,500 for them to put a used motor with 60,000 miles on it, do the timing belt and the whole bit. Now, when the car showed up last night, the shipper dropped it off kind of late last night. This car, they hadn't torn into this at all. So they just went out, looked at it, diagnosed it as a new motor, wrote her up a bill for $3,500. So we got it in this morning. As you can see, we've taken the fans out, we started to pull the cover off, and I figured I'd do a quick video and just kind of show people that, hey, get a second opinion on your Subaru, because we've had so many of these come in like this. And just want to show you down here my diagnosis on this, pretty much just over the phone talking with her. She said it's running, but it's making a really bad kind of clunking, grinding noise. My diagnosis was idler pulley under the water pump. That's always the pulley that goes. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go in, we're going to look at it. But as I got to this point, bring the camera down here and see if you can see this. This is the timing belt cover here. And if you can see that wear in the cover, basically what that is that one of the idler pulleys, the bearings have failed in that idler, and it's letting that belt kind of slop around. And so as that belt runs around, it's cutting a hole in the front of that timing belt cover. Now, luckily, it's still in time. It's still running. There hasn't been any valves bent, hopefully, cross our fingers. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull that cover off, we're going to replace it with another belt, and we're going to fire it up, and I would bet money that the thing's going to run great, and that this motor that these guys said needed to be replaced is fine. This motor's got 162,000 miles on it, and as long as it's maintained, this motor will go for easy another 100,000, no problem. So if you've got a Subaru that's making some noise, having, you know, just all of a sudden some grinding noise or a clunking noise up towards the front of the motor, get a second opinion. If a guy tells you right off the bat that, oh, it's got to be you know, the motor's got to be replaced, at least have them tear into it and look at the timing belt and the idler pulleys, and we'll show you what those are here in just a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and shut this camera off for a second, finish pulling off that timing belt cover, and we'll show you how a $3,500 fix can actually be closer to a $800 or $900 fix. So, all right, so we've got that cover off now, and this is that cog I was telling you about. This is what it should look like. You can see the bearings there, it spins on. This one's a little worn out, but it's one I've got on the shelf that we can use to test engines. And then down here, set this over here. This is the inside of our belt, of our belt cover. So it was like this. We pulled it off, flipped it around. This is that corner I was showing you. If you see, the belt is off track, and if you look right here, that's where that cog rides. So that cog's just wobbling around in there, and it's causing that belt to come out of line and wear a groove in that cover. So again, that's what this should look like. Let me go down in here and we'll show you what this one looks like. Drop you down in. You can see there that the center of that bearing's completely shot. Somehow that pulley's managed to hang on there, but it is all but ready to just come flying off. And as soon as this comes off and it skips a tooth and your timing goes out of whack, then you've got valves interfering with a piston, and basically you've ruined your heads, and you're talking basically complete, you know, head rebuild or new heads. So you have this cog, which is 99% of the time the one that we see that fails, and you have this one here. It's a smooth. It doesn't have as much, I mean, you can I can't turn it. It still has a fair amount of pressure on it. And then you have this one down here that you can turn. Those two rarely fail, but they can fail. And when you get to this point, when you're going to do a timing belt, you need to change. This is your tensioner. That's what keeps tension on that belt, and you can see that tension is just all but gone because this cog is has failed. But when you get to this point, you need to change these 3 idlers and this tensioner, the belt, and it's usually recommended that you do the water pump. This car's got 160,000 miles on it, so we're going to do a water pump as well. So I'm going to go order some parts. It'll probably be tomorrow. We get them out of Salt Lake from Nate Wade Subaru. These guys treat us awesome, and we'll get the parts here, and we'll throw this thing back together tomorrow. We might go ahead and throw it together here in just a minute, just to make it run with that used idler and a belt that I've got on the shelf. And so we'll do that, and then tomorrow morning we'll throw it back together. And then this now went from a $3,500 complete engine rebuild to you know, a timing belt job should run you, with all of those pieces and parts, probably run you around $1,000 bucks. And you know, realistically we have about $350–400 in parts, but I'll have the whole breakdown at the end of the video. But just, you know, we're a throwaway society, and a lot of these guys anymore, they don't even want to tear in and look at stuff. They just want to yank it out and throw something new in, where this is a 3.5–4 hour job, and saves the customer, you know, a lot of money, $2,500. So a lot of these guys, I don't understand why, but they're just not tearing into stuff and diagnosing problems. This has got to be, I mean, I've had at least a couple dozen of these over the last couple of years that have come in this exact same way. It starts making a noise, guys assume the worst, throw a new motor in it, and a lot of cars end up getting scrapped out. Alright, so again, that's what our idler should look like. This is what it does look like on this car. Bearing completely shot. And that's what the racket that we were getting was, that pulley spinning around inside there, just rattling around. Alright, so what we've done here is we took an old timing belt that the marks could still be seen on. We remarked them so we could line everything up. Put the tensioner back in just to test it. Lower idler pulley here back in just to test it. And we're going to fire it up now and see if it runs, or see if we need to drop a new motor in it like the other mechanic stated needed to happen. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's gonna work. Is that crank pulley supposed to do that?
That's how it's done.
Sounds great.
Sounds really good. She's maintained the heck out of this car, so it's just, you know, it's just sad that they were gonna take. All right, so Friday morning, it's the following day. Started this video yesterday. We've got our new Subaru timing belt on, our new idlers. We replaced the water pump, new tensioner as well, and this thing's all ready to go. We just fired it up and it's running great, and just kind of finishing up a few things. Takes about an hour and a half to throw the rest of this in. We flushed the coolant when we did the water pump, so this thing just needs the covers put back on and fans put back in, and we'll get it slammed back together and send it back to Boise. So as I was saying before, probably with just about anything, you know, mechanically, unless it's pretty obvious. I mean, if you take a car into a guy and he just goes out there and takes a look at it, and you know, doesn't even tear into it or really look things over real well, I'd recommend getting a second opinion on things, because this is a perfect example. You know, you would hope that that if a guy tore into this, he would realize that it actually wasn't a bad motor, and at that point call the customer up and sell them on just a, you know, the timing belt job, and a lot less money. But you never know these days, once a guy gets you on the hook for 3,500 bucks for a new motor, if they just pull it out and you know, kind of take you to the cleaners. So thanks for watching, and good luck to everybody out there.